Yo, what is up, guys? It is, of course, the YouTube channel Life as a Chad. And I thank all of you for being here, wherever you may be. And of course, however you may be listening. I got my cheap $5 sunglasses on as the lights are bothering me. Nonetheless, we will be pushing through this. And it's a pretty interesting story. Got to admit, I don't really care about it too much. I have not been paying that close attention. Most of the stuff that I'm aware of with regards to this story are really just peripheral things, reactions. I saw Stephen A. Smith's reaction to Malika Andrews, who seems to always be in the news for terrible takes. If you don't know who Malika Andrews is, she is the token Black woman on ESPN. Again, always in the news, consistently in the news for her terrible, terrible woke victim takes. Stephen A. Smith reacted to her, which, in my opinion, wasn't even that resounding of a reaction. He just basically did not get trampled on when it came to Malika Andrews trying to take him out. But then there was another reaction from all the usual suspects, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. And what I'm talking about is, of course, Ime Udoka. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not 100% sure. And he had the long and the short of it is he had a relationship with a married woman on his staff, or a married woman on the staff of the Celtics. Her husband is also a member of the Celtics staff. I believe the husband is the vice president of the Celtics organization. Okay, so we have a lot of issues here. And quite frankly, there are many angles that you can come at the story. You can come at it from the angle of hiring practices, or safe hiring practices versus not safe hiring practices. For example, I would say this is why you try to not have people who are in a relationship, especially married and or family members, in the same department. Definitely not the same department, but I would argue you really shouldn't even have them in the same company if you can, as much as possible, not have that occur. But definitely, definitely, definitely not the same department. But the main angle that I want to hit here, so you can do hiring practices, you can do the Me Too stuff, which of course your boy will not be doing. The angle that I want to look at this from, because I see a lot of comments from sports fans, and I'm guessing a lot of these guys are brothers. And a lot of the comments read something like, why is Ime Udoka, or Udoku, aka Ime Goku, getting in trouble and getting suspended for a year, but the woman is not? Why is he taking all of the responsibility, all of the blame, but the woman is not? And to me, this is a silly, dumb question. It really, really is, because to me, the only way that you do not know the answer to that question is if your head has been buried in the sand for the last 60 years, which most people, that's the case, because they are NPCs. They are non-playable characters where they just walk around, things happen to them, but they are not players. They are not players in the game. And the answer is quite simple. I think a lot of these guys who are asking the question think that men and women are actually equal. I think they believe that what happens to a guy will happen to a chick, and what happens to a chick will happen to a guy, that they will be viewed in the exact same light. That in this day and age, there's no way that somebody would have a certain viewpoint or reaction towards them and the chick would not. which, of course, if you just look at the Johnny Depp trial, is total bullshit. Total bullshit. And to me, this whole story shows the true hierarchy that exists in the West, but specifically in America. You have an African American coach from Nigeria, or with Nigerian descent. I mean, that's literally what it says on Google, is a Nigerian American basketball coach. You have so in other words, you have a black man coach, young black man coach, having an affair with a married white chick, and he is receiving all of the punishment. Now, I also want to make clear that at the time of recording this, there may, which I recorded this on the 27th, there may be new information that comes out. Okay. And if there is some crazy new information that comes out, I will react accordingly. But as it stands now, that is what it is. And the hierarchy that it is showing exists is that even white women, which should not be surprising because feminism is largely white women, are higher up in the totem pole of even the victim totem pole than black men are. Women in general are higher up in the hierarchy than men are by and large, and that includes black men. And, a lot of black men are starting to realize this, which is why they are totally rejecting black culture. They're totally, because of the victim mindset, the victim mentality, they're totally rejecting that, and they are becoming red pilled. You see all these brother YouTube guys popping up and taking the red pill. So this is not surprising, guys. This is not surprising in the least. You should know by now that true equality does not exist. You should know by now that the whole point of feminism is not equality between men and women. It is, the reality of it is that it is a situation of rules for thee, but not for me. I will take all of the equalities as long as they benefit me. But the moment that they do not benefit me, we are no longer equal. And I am now the victim. And that's how it's always been. That's how it's been since the dawn of time, especially with this feminist bullshit. So I find this story absolutely hilarious because the NBA is as woke and liberal as it comes. And you see them eating alive one of their coaches who happens to be a black man in favor of a white woman. This is, you cannot write this. This is absolutely hilarious. I mean, Ime is totally, especially by the left-wing media, totally getting ripped to shreds. By the way, the interim coach, and Skip Bayless talked about this, the interim coach is a guy who was basically suspended for some pretty serious charges when he was on the same coaching staff as Bob Huggins back in the day. So, in other words, it's not as though they are suspending Ime Udoka for a crystal clean individual. That is far from the reality. This is just hilarious. And the current situation of society is so clownish. Morals have been so decayed. Right and wrong has been so blurred. Fairness has been totally glossed over. That we now live in a society where shit is done just to do shit, where there is no actual behavior towards doing things correctly, doing things morally correct, because people don't know what objective rightness is anymore. God is gone from this country. It has been for a while now. So you have all of these organizations, these people operating off of their own, messed up, humanistic viewpoint uh, uh, of objective correctness. And then, especially when you dive into the whole victimhood thing, you end up getting a black head coach whose head is chopped off on the altar in favor of a straight white woman. So that's the main thing I wanted to point out, is that you should not be surprised by this. And if you are, you're an idiot. You should not be surprised by this. Um, straight white women are absolutely above black men in the totem pole in America. Women in general are at the top of the totem pole in the West, and it has been that way for a long time. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about this story in the comment section. Like, comment, share. You know the drill. I will see you gangsters next time. BBAP, don't be a pussy willow, and facts are feelings, because your feelings just don't fucking matter. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.